What's going on, everybody? This is Blockchain Bullz, and today we're going to talk about the Spark Flare on the Flare Network, the Spark token. And why are we doing this? Well, I'll tell you why. Because people want to know who were invested in XRP back on December 12th, who held XRP in a wallet, and they also are now saying that Litecoin bag holders are going to get some action with the Flare Spark network. So let's talk about this, what there is to know, and for everyone out there who's in the XRP community who's been kind of going through a tough time right now, you're probably going to like this video. So if you're new to Blockchain Bullz, you can subscribe and crush up the like button if you're happy about this content. Now, this has really come up on the channel quite a few times. That's why we're making this video. If you go to CoinMarketCap, it's not quite there yet because you're probably not going to see that action until maybe mid-2021. But good news is you can follow them on Twitter here. So you can go to their website, Flare XYZ. A lot of people, they want to know, what is Flare? Hey, and shout out to Digital Asset News. He's been helping get this channel out there. So if you guys don't already follow Digital Asset News, you should do so because he's actually really supportive. He's a supportive guy of the entire crypto community. So January 8th, you could see they posted this. Flare Foundation token allocation will be reduced so that 5 billion FLR can be distributed to LTC participants. Full details to come next week. So if you go in here, you could see it's the second part. Flare will be integrating Litecoin ahead of the Flare Network launch in Q2. This will allow LTC to be used trustlessly on Flare with Ethereum style smart contracts and gives Litecoin interoperability and composability. So a lot of people were actually not too happy about this because they think it's going to debase or devalue the Flare network. So let's go ahead and take a look at what just is going on with Flare. So if you go on their website, flare.xyz, you can see unlocking value. 75% of the value of blockchain tokens is inaccessible to decentralized applications. That changes now, starting with XRP. Okay, introducing Flare, the world's first Turing complete FBA network. Scalable and doesn't base safety on native token. No risk of safety degradation from competing uses of native token. Integrates Ethereum virtual machine, deep pool of developer talent, and easier integration of existing projects. Low transaction costs. We all like to see this, right? Applications can scale without users incurring burdensome costs. So if you go over here and you go on to Coinbase and they talk about the Spark airdrop. What is the Spark airdrop? Spark is the native token of the Flare network. So Spark is the token, Flare is the network. Designed to offer smart contract functionality to XRP, but on a separate blockchain. Will Coinbase support the Flare Network Spark airdrop? If you were already holding on Coinbase, yes, they did. So if you were holding on there on December 12th when the screenshot was taken, that will happen. Who is eligible for the Spark airdrop? Coinbase.com, Pro and Prime customers in eligible regions holding XRP in their account. On the snapshot, December 12th, 2020, I know some of you guys were wondering, hey, how do I know if I'll get it or not? But you can see December 11th, 2020 at 4 p.m. Pacific time will be automatically qualified to participate in the airdrop at a later date. XRP send receives will pause 15 minutes prior to the snapshot. So this already took place, obviously, as you know. Now, what regions support the Spark airdrop? At launch, we anticipate the Spark will be available in all regions with exception of New York. So the reason I'm making this up and kind of rehashing this whole idea is because people are still confused today, and no problem, but they're still confused. Will they get their coins? When they get their coins? And it's going to happen around about June, and it's not going to happen all at once. So because they don't want you guys to just get your coins and then just dump them on the market, this project is to be taken serious. They're not just playing around here. How do I get the airdrop Spark tokens? No action is required from XRP holders. You will get Spark from Coinbase at a later date after the Flare network launches. Don't quote me on this, but I believe it's going to be June 2021. Don't get mad at me if it doesn't happen then or if it happens before because, you know, things change. I mean, that's why you need to follow them on Twitter. By the way, you can also follow Blockchain Bullz on Twitter. when will I get Spark tokens? You'll receive Spark tokens from Coinbase at a later date. So they're just saying. I also saw this on Binance. I saw some write up like this. So you know, it's many exchanges that were supporting this. How to claim the Flare tokens in the XRP airdrop. We just talked about that, but CryptoBriefing.com went over it even more in detail. You could see through Flare will snapshot, though Flare will snapshot XRP balances this month, Flare tokens will not be distributed until 2021. So it's like no matter where you go, you're still getting the same information across the web, right? And same thing with how to claim it. But you can see the deadline for claiming Flare tokens is June 11th, 2021. It says right here now, if you didn't have it on Coinbase or Binance, there may be additional steps if you were keeping it in a wallet. So here's where something interesting comes up. If you plan to claim Spark tokens in your own Ethereum wallet instead of through an exchange, follow these instructions. The deadline for claiming Flare tokens is June 11th, 2021. See, that's why that June 11th keeps coming up. But here's the instructions for those of you who were not holding it on an exchange. So you can go on here onto their website. I would say just research CryptoBriefing.com and just follow this list. I'm not going to go over all this right now because this is not a whole tutorial on how to claim for your MetaMask wallet your Flare tokens. But if we go back to the Flare network and we talk about what's going on there, you know, you guys want to know, basically the white paper is right here. You can read the white paper, but as you can see, that's a long, boring kind of read, isn't it? I mean, I've heard projects like Avalanche being incorporated in all this. So there's quite a few. You can see the Avalanche consensus pool right here. That's interesting. So pay attention to Avalanche. And then right here is the summary of the white paper. So what is Flare and why are we building it? Flare exists to solve two key issues. First, and of immediate importance to the building of our industry, is that 75% of the value that exists in the public blockchains cannot be currently be used in a trustless manner with smart contracts. Smart contracts are self-executing programs. So it's a smart contract example would be that, let's just say you said, every time we reach 22, we need to do this. It's just an example. Every time a command is reached, an action is taken. That's a smart contract, a self-executing contract, without having to have someone standing by. It essentially is an algorithm that works with an AI and it executes upon commands that are written into the code. That's a smart contract. But many of you guys already probably knew that. I'm just saying in case someone didn't know. Second, and of both short-term and long-term consequence, there are potential issues with how scaling is being implemented for smart contract networks today. The majority of new networks use proof of stake or its variants. These protocols derive network safety from their native token. The immediate issue inherent in proof of stake is that the consensus design doesn't yet safely allow for alternate uses of the native token. If a token holder can obtain a higher yield and with no responsibility of slashing by providing collateral to create a stable coin than they can from staking, then as economic rationalists, they will likely do so. This diverts tokens away from staking and cannibalizes the safety of the network. So again, they're talking about the need for network effect. Network effect is basically how to keep the network growing and strong. It's like the more people you have in the network, the stronger the community becomes. XRP had a really strong community, and I think they still do, but a lot of people sold, obviously. You know, you have other communities like Cardano, you have XLM now growing really fast, and, you know, obviously you have Bitcoin maxis and Ethereum, you know, OGs, whatever you want to call them. But here with Flare, especially if they bring in the Litecoin integration stuff and they follow through with that, which they say they're going to, this is going to be a big community. And the worst thing that can happen is if everyone gets their Spark tokens on from the Flare network and just dumps them on the market and sells, and then this thing, even if it was a great idea, it just loses its network effect because everyone sold their bags and they're no longer interested in the project. The plan here is to have a strong network, right? So anyway, I just wanted to make this video to kind of make some clarifications, but if you go here, you can see Flare supporting exchange list. This is going to be kind of an interesting outlook, right? So you could see all of the exchanges. There's Binance US, Binance Main. You can go through this whole thing, Bithumb. Lots of them, pretty much all the big players pretty much came through. Bittrex, and I'm happy to see that. So Coinbase came through. I would say you could take this project pretty serious. Crypto.com, eToro. You know, a lot of people were like, "Oh man, we're just getting this SHIT coin out of the deal," but really, you're getting a pretty strong setup here. I mean, this is I'm bullish on the network here, the Flare Network and the Spark token. What do you guys think? Drop in the comments. Let's see you guys on the next one, and take it easy. Don't forget to subscribe to Blockchain Bullz and crush up the likes.